Hey everyone, I'm Molly and welcome to your practice. Today is a 20-minute session. We're gonna do basically yoga and mobility, like what a daily great routine would be for overall well-being. So I hope you like it. Take a moment to set up your space, lay down your mat, grab any props that you want to use. I'm not going to cue any, but always you're welcome to have that option for more support. And I like to put on music or light a candle or do a room spray, something to kind of bring me into my practice and into my senses and body. Okay, we're going to get started laying on our backs. And bend your knees, place your feet on the mat or on the earth. Arms down by your side, close your eyes. Feel your back widening on the mat. Just 3 breaths to land here, in and out, softly through the nose. Maybe for the first time today, paying attention to how sensation and breath in the body feels. And starting the process of interoception or sensing internally. You can blink your eyes open and just start to rock your pelvis up and down. Once you feel like you've found more or less a neutral position, pause there, and then we'll take a bridge pose. Push down through your feet and engage the back of your legs and glutes to drive your hips up to the sky. Lower back down. Feel all corners of your feet pressing down, and then inhale. Hip points drive up and slightly back behind you. Lower back down, exhale. 3 more, inhale. You have the option to sweep your arms overhead if that feels nice for the shoulders. Maybe expand through the rib cage to the sides. Lower back down. And 2 more with your own breath. Maybe tuning into how you can feel muscle engagement equally on both legs. Let that be something you might work towards. Finish up your last rep, and when you lower down, your hips will land a little bit to the left. So you can bring your knees into your chest and take a twist over to the right. Left knee is stacked on top of right. You could have a block between your knees here. Actually, let's all do that if you have a block. This can be some good inner thigh or adductor engagement. So I like it on the middle setting. Okay. As we inhale, let's gently press our inner thighs together and then stretch your left arm long out to the left side. Nice twist through the spine. Exhale, roll back onto your right shoulder, left hand lands on top of right, and relax the squeeze of the block. Inhale, gentle squeeze of the block, twist open to the left. Feel the breath move up and down the spine, and then roll back to your side. 1 more. Perfect. We'll roll to the other side. You might need to scoot your hips over to the right. And then right knee stacks on top of left, maybe with the block between. You could have a pillow underneath your left temple as well. And on our inhale, let's slide our right hand down our left arm and twist open to the right. Gentle inner thigh activation. Exhale, roll back on your left side. Release the twist. And then open up, breathe in. Feeling the rib cage expand, and then release. Take 1 more twist with your own breath. Feeling the shoulders open up, stretching across the collarbones. And then let it go, release your block. Roll onto your belly. Prop up onto your forearms and your elbows so we land in a Sphinx pose. Roll your inner thighs up to the sky just slightly, and then push down through your forearms to thread your heart through your shoulders. Gentle back bend. It might feel nice to tuck and release the pelvis a little bit, rolling the pubic bone down towards the mat, And then letting the low back soften again. One more breath here to really push down through the upper body and scoop your heart forward and up. Maybe lengthening along the front of the neck. You could drop your head back, or maybe a couple neck circles from side to side. All right, as you're ready to release, push down through your knees and your palms, lift up to tabletop. All right, feel both palms and both knees land. Maybe take a shift of your weight from side to side. Breathing up and down the length of your spine for a breath or two. Feeling the crown of the head tug forward and the sit bones root up and back a little bit. Shift your weight into your left palm and your right knee. Extend your right hand and your left leg back. This is bird dog. We're staying stable through the spine. It's okay to have a natural curve, but nothing too crazy. Extending back through left heel and right fingertips. We're just holding for about another breath or two. Core is stable and solid. And then release back down. Take a spinal car. So start with your cat pose, rounding through the back body. And then really slowly, one segment at a time, starting from the tailbone, lift up. So tailbone through the sacrum and the low back, we're arching, thinking about each segment of your spine, each vertebra, melting one at a time. Moving through the mid back and the upper back. Lifting the head as you extend the neck. Good, and then really slowly move in the opposite direction, starting from the tailbone, rolled down. And then it's almost like there was a magnet above your back, moving through the low, mid, and upper. And then eventually tuck your chin. Good, find a neutral spine. This time, shift your weight into the other hand and foot. Find bird dog on the other side. So left hand forward, right heel presses back. And this first round, we're just holding for a few breaths. Feeling some length, but then also a nice stable grounding down. Good, release through center. Take a cat-cow. As you inhale, drop your belly, lift your tailbone and your gaze. Arching through the spine. And exhale, cat pose, push through the palms, round through the back body, curl in. Neutral spine, one bird dog, right hand forward, left heel back, just for one inhale. Exhale, land, and we'll move through a cat-cow. Let it feel good in your spine. You can linger in any area. All right, last bird dog, left hand forward, right heel back. Release. One cycle of cat-cow. Just tuning into what your body needs today. It's a good check-in posture. Perfect. All right, let's step actually we're gonna send our right heel back one more time. So inhale here. And then big circle with the right knee. Bend your right knee and then lift it up and out to the side, finding external rotation, kind of like a half hip car. And then land your right foot in the middle of the mat with the toes pointing out. Pivot your left foot back behind you and lift up into kind of a low lunge shape, but facing the long edge of your mat. So a little challenge with your balance and coordination. Okay, place your right hand on your right thigh, lift up through the left fingertips, and bend your elbow so you can place your hand on the back of your skull. Take a side stretch over to the right. Couple of pulses, engaging your left glute to drive your hips forward, and then reaching up with the elbow and back and over to the right. Stretching along the left side body and the front body. Let's do 2 more. Kind of in and out. Good. Release. Back to your tabletop. This time extend left heel back. Bend at the knee. Point your toes up to the sky and take a big kind of quarter circle out to the left, using your glutes. And then land your left foot. Lift up as you pivot the right heel back behind you. Find your low lunge. Readjust your shape if you need. Left hand to left knee. Reach up with the right hand. Bend at the elbow and lean to the left. And then a couple pulses. Engaging right glute, driving the hips down. Feeling that line of tension, or line of fascia, the tension in the fascia, up through the right side of the body and the front body. That literally made me think of the Joey Tribbiani butternut squash scene in Friends, if you've seen that. All right, a couple more breaths. Release back down, hands and knees. And then one more pivot. Let's take a side plank to the right, landing on the left hand, reaching your right arm up to the sky. Plant your right foot if you want and step into a full side plank. Just for a couple breaths, let's roll out the right fist. Internal, external rotation of the shoulder. Obliques are fired up, keeping you stable. And both feet are pushing into the mat so you feel activation through the legs. And then lower your left knee down. Release the rotation of the shoulder and lift your right foot up to the sky. Let's do about 10 lifts, feeling the outer glutes engage. Release back down. And then side plank on the other side. Over to the left arm lifts, and then you can stay on your right knee or step it back. And rotate through the left shoulder, making a fist, turning your pinky and then thumb side. Good. Lower your right knee down. Release the shoulder rotation, and then about 10 lifts with the left foot. You can place your hand on your glute, feel the engagement happening. 2 more. Good. Release. Tuck your toes, glide your hips back, downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet, finding the shape, bending your knees, lengthening your spine, and pushing your palms forward. Feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings, maybe as you straighten and then bend. And then toes out, heels in, malasana at the back of your space. Palms to heart center, elbows pressing into knees. Your heels can be lifted here. Let's go through these 2 shapes 2 more times, walking forward to your down dog. Feeling it in your body for a breath. And then walk your hands back, turn your toes out, sink into your squat at the back of your mat. A breath to lift up through the heart and extend the spine. And exhale, downward facing dog. One more round to explore. We'll meet up eventually in downward facing dog. And as you're ready, land your knees to the mat. Untuck your toes, sit your hips to your heels. Land in Virasana. Interlace your fingers. Turn your hands inside out so they're pressing forward, and kind of explore from here. You could push one heel of the hand forward and then the other, rolling through the rib cage. You could take like a cat-cow, lifting your arms up and back on the inhale, arching through the spine, and exhale to push and round forward, curling tailbone in. So, several breaths here to explore, move through the shoulders and neck and the spine. You could shimmy side to side with your palms pressing up to the sky. One more breath. And then release. Hands to thighs. Close your eyes, slide your hands up and down your legs. Descends into your body. We'll land with just 3 breaths of stillness. Slow, full breaths. Inhale together, arms sweep up, palms touch in center. And exhale, namaste, maybe taking a bow forward. A moment of gratitude for your body and for your practice. You can start to open your eyes and take in the space around you, feel into your body. Notice if you want to end with any more stretches or activations or breath work, but I hope you feel great. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time.